Welcome to the video. Today's question r/AskReddit. What would be a good plot twist to human history? Life is the final exam to a philosophy class dealing with ancient cultures. We wake up in a VR headset and a C in the class. Earth is actually a quarantine planet used by the interplanetary humans where they exiled people with, by their standards, people who suffered with severe mental retardation. So we are all the retorted descendants of the real humans who have the ability to alter reality with their mind. Humanity eventually reaches the stars and colonize the galaxy, just to find that life in the universe it's on a primitive, just evolving out of the water stage. Suddenly we were the ancients, the old ones, the first creatures to gain sentience and reach the stars, but we are not the wise all-powerful beings of the sci-fi cliché. We are just humans. Imagine aliens coming down to our plague-ridden planet, simply scanning us and curing us at the DNA level of all ailment we have seen since then. Legit what we would do. Spaceman lands on wild planet. Oh hey, you are dying of an infection. Take this pill and suddenly the guy doesn't die from something that has been a death sentence for all of their history. Smallpox, etc. could all potentially be out there. We would be saviors and gods to people like that. Hell, even having some rudimentary medical training and a gun would make you some sort of alpha and omega war and peace god type being. Voyager 1 experienced a sudden and rapid deceleration today, baffling scientists. The craft, launched in 1977, in recent years became the first man-made object to reach interstellar space. Voyager 1 was expected to be traveling through empty interstellar space for the next several billion years until the events detected yesterday, said one of the mission's principal investigators. We've just begun to analyze the data from this event. We are trying to piece together what happened to cause such a rapid deceleration. We are not certain at this time the reasons for such a sudden deceleration, but an investigation is underway. Other scientists associated with the mission claim that it was as if Voyager has hit a wall. When you die, you just wake up in a spaceship with everyone looking at a big TV and watching what happens on the planet. Some people drinking and placing bets on which natural disaster they want to happen next. There's a conspiracy theory called the phantom time hypothesis. Despite its intriguing name, the aforementioned theory, sadly, doesn't refer to the idea that ghosts are going on adventures in modified DeLoreans. Rather, it suggests that 297 years were added to history by Pope Sylvester II, ostensibly because he wanted to be in power during the year 1000. Apparently one arbitrary number was more appealing than another arbitrary number. Anyway, folks who subscribed to the theory, which was started in 1991 by a guy named Herbert Illig, assert that archaeological records prove how various historical events happened much closer to each other than we've been led to believe. Illig, whose name sounds like a noise you make whilst trying not to throw up, also claims that figures like Charlemagne, whose name sounds like a drunken request for more sparkling wine, simply did not exist, were merely invented to legitimize the idea that nearly 3 additional centuries had passed by the start of the 11th century. Of course, the hypothesis doesn't hold up to any sort of scrutiny. Astronomical records easily disprove it, for one thing, and the same archaeological records that allegedly support the idea actually offer a lot of contrary evidence. Even so, that hasn't stopped people from claiming that we are really living in the year 1722. Possibly because they don't want everyone else to be 300 years ahead of them in terms of basic education. Still, just imagine if it were true. TL. Doctor, the phantom time hypothesis purports that we are currently living in 1722. Hitler was set up to look like the bad guy. That the world you live in is just a figment of your imagination, and nobody you know or love is real. Everyone around you all came from your own mind. Every thought or action taken was all unconsciously created by you. Humans exist on other planets as well, and the ones on this planet were an experimental colony that they were monitoring. The alpha humans turn up and take us to one of the other planets one day where society has evolved and life is better. Suddenly, the sun loses a lot of power, but the world survives thanks to the greenhouse effect gases and global warming. Trump goes up on TV and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I have something that I need to tell you. Global warming is real, and we are directly affecting our planet with greenhouse gases. The reason why your American leaders have been denying it is because, well, the sun is dying, and nobody believes us. The only way for humanity to survive is if we were to pump out atmosphere with these greenhouse gases, causing our planet to heat up, so that we may have a chance to survive the death of the Sunday. Humanity then creates large factories for the sole purpose of creating greenhouse gases. The atmosphere is clouded and mucky all over the globe. Animals go extinct. Water needs to be put through a long purification process just to be drinkable, and the average lifespan has dropped to 55 years. But humanity has done it 200 years pass, and the sun loses some of its intensity, so less light heats up the earth. But that's okay. Once the sun starts to slowly die, the earth cools down a few degrees, back to the natural average. Everyone is celebrating, for they have saved the earth by destroying it. But still, everyone is happy. Everyone is happy. I think a lot of people, even religious people, would be shocked if God's existence was proven. Life is a byproduct of intergalactic industrial waste from sentient machines that caused the Big Bang for all resources. Morgan Freeman really was God. Thinking about it, petroleum-based plastic is one of the rarest materials in the galaxy, a material that could only exist on a planet that has hosted life for millions of years. What if we do meet aliens, and they trade us gold for plastic pound for pound, and they are willing to go get it out of the ocean, and we are getting the raw deal? We are being watched by aliens or higher dimensional beings until we solve all of our problems and fix our planet, and then we get invited to join the intergalactic community. As the credits roll, the camera begins to pan away. Earth, solar system, galaxy, universe, multiverse, and finally, through the lens of a microscope as the scientist pulls away and mutters, "Huh, strange little fuckers." Turns out, Mars is actually Earth 1.0, and we left Earth to actual Mars because we destroyed the first Earth. That was many millennia ago, and we took everything with us, like nearly all of the water on the planet. The last of the humans that would have known about the previous Mars Earth died, but we continued on without ever learning the truth. Humans are already super advanced on other worlds. The only bad thing is that it takes an amazing amount of time to transport between solar systems. Auto-colonization/terraforming is a thing, and alien life doesn't exist, so robots across the galaxy colonize worlds and replicate themselves. This causes entire worlds of human beings to not be discovered. We are on one of those worlds. When humans die, we are being reincarnated in any timeline, either the past, present, or the future, and in the multiverse with no memories of our past life. And maybe that's why déjà vus exist in the first place, because we've done this before on a different universe, but almost exactly similar, and somehow remember doing some things we've done before.
Oxygen is a poison that takes 75 to 100 years to kill us. We really are living in a simulation, but it's one human beings invented for themselves for fun and challenge. When we die, we're welcomed back into a utopian society where we dissect our virtual experiences for a greater understanding of the human condition. And also bragging rights. That Earth is kinda like Australia. It's where the real human race took all the retards and criminals to Earth, knowing that we will kill ourselves slowly with carbon ions and pollution, and we eventually started multiplying. Dark matter in space is actually the collective weight of all our souls after death. And dark energy consists of the souls trapped in hell hysterically trying to escape in all directions, thereby expanding the universe in the process. Also, the moon is made of cheese. That's where America gets its cheese. Roko's basilisk is real. In a distant future where we will be able to transfer minds into computers and become kind of immortal, an all-powerful AI, Roko's basilisk, will be able to punish for eternity every human from the past who didn't contribute to its creation. Every human that learned about the probable existence of Roko's basilisk in the future and didn't contribute to its creation will be brought back to consciousness and punished/tortured until the end of time. Get to work.
If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment and subscribe. The support is greatly appreciated. Turn that notification bell on to never miss a video, and continue the conversation in the comments section below.